Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jess, and hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jess, and I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you like what you're about to see. Today I decided to do a get ready with me. I haven't done one in quite a while. I think the last time I did one was maybe even a year ago, I'm not even sure, but I'd like to do another one, and today is my birthday, so I'm gonna be showing you like how I get ready for my birthday. And yeah, just chit chat a little bit, catch up, because I know it's been a minute. So we're just gonna go right in and start the look. Lately I've been loving the ABH foundation, which is a bit of a newer release. I like it a lot. I find that it is less luminous as they say it's gonna be, but if I do use this, I like to mix it with the MAC Strobe Cream, which I might do. And then I also have been loving the Bare Minerals Tinted Moisturizer, just because it really gives a nice coverage and it's very lightweight and moisturizing. I think I'm gonna go in with the ABH foundation just because I want something a little more coverage for my birthday look. So I'm gonna go with the MAC Strobe Cream. This is definitely a classic. If you have not used this before, I would recommend it. I gotta get a bigger, excuse me, I have to get a bigger container of this because it's almost gone. So it's very just like, I don't know what you call it, kind of holographic. And I like to put it on the high points of my face. Just like that. And it just adds a little bit more dew. And just a little bit right here. Try not to put too much in like the porous areas, which I always mess up on. Alright, and now we're just gonna go in with the foundation. Just gonna do a few pumps of that on my hand, and then using my beauty blender sponge. Sorry, this is like disgustingly dirty, but I'm gonna use it anyways. I'm just gonna go all over the face. Try not to get it in my hair. So how have you guys been doing? I know I've been like kind of busy in like a weird way. I don't know, I've kind of just been trying to like adjust back into school, and I've been trying to find a job recently, so I forgot how annoying it was like filling out application forms and having an interview, and it's been a hot minute since I've done all that, so yeah, hopefully I get a job soon though. But it is my birthday coming up and I will be 23. So yeah, it's not like a super milestone, I guess. But I've always loved my birthday, and I think it'll be fun. I just love hanging out with my family and friends, and any excuse to celebrate is a good one, I think. Yeah, I think today I'm gonna be going to kind of like an arcade kind of place with my boyfriend, and then maybe dinner, and then tomorrow with my family, I'm gonna be going out for like a more fancy kind of ritzy dinner, and it'll be kind of fun. Personally though, I have always found that the most fun part about going out or like having a birthday is the getting ready part, especially when you're just in your zone playing music and like maybe having a couple drinks. I'm getting foundation everywhere. Oh, I also did spray this primer on beforehand, so I did use a bit of a primer, but nothing too crazy. I've been loving this cute like early 2000s hairstyles lately. I've been seeing a lot of girls do them. So I'm actually gonna go with my concealer. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover, and it's in the shade Classic Ivory. I've been loving this. I feel like this is a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, as I have said before. I just love like the doe foot is so big and chunky, and yeah, it just really works in my opinion. And I'm just gonna blend that in as well. That is just so like luminous, and I feel like it just really gives a nice coverage without being like sticky or feeling like there's a lot on your face. Before we set down any powders, I'm gonna use my Milk matte bronzer stick, and I have been really loving this lately. It's just really creamy, and it's a nice kind of cool toned color, which is good. And I'll just go in with this little brush right here, which is the Morphe MB35, kind of like an angled contour. And just kind of swirl it around there. And then instead of actually just like putting it on the face, which I used to do, I kind of like to just slowly build it up on the cheekbones, and I feel like it just makes it look a lot more finessed and not so heavy, if that makes sense. But yeah, I really like this way of doing it. And there's like quite a bit of product on here, so I'm not even gonna dip back in. I'm just gonna kind of blend. And you see I'm kind of just blending upwards. It's always better to do that. Kind of lifts your face. And then just a little bit under the chin there to cut that jawline. And just make sure that's really nice and blended. It looks pretty good in my opinion. And then I'm just gonna, did I do the jawline on this side? I don't remember. I very well might have, but we're just gonna be safe. And yeah, I just love having like a little bronze. I don't care what season it is. I feel like a bronze is always a good thing. Now I'm just gonna take this little, it's like a tiny contour brush, and I'm just gonna kind of swirl it in that. Oh, why did I just tap it off on the cream? Like, who does that? And then I'm just gonna really carefully kind of like contour my nose as best as I can, which I suck at doing. Now I'm just gonna take the end of this sponge and I'm just gonna kind of blend the sides out. Yes, and there is powder on this side because I messed up and I was supposed to do powder before cream, which you are never supposed to do. So now we're taking our Lock-It Cap On Setting Powder, and I've been loving this lately. Is just kind of like putting a thick layer of that bake under the eyes while you do your eyeshadow. And I know this has been a thing for a while now, but I like never do this. I usually just kind of like brush it on and don't leave it. But I have been liking this kind of routine lately, so. I feel like the most important part of your makeup probably is the base. There we go. It just makes everything else look pretty finessed if you have a good base. So that's why I spend a lot of time on it. And then I'm just gonna do a bit on the forehead. Not too much though, just kind of like right here in the very middle where you get oily, because I don't want it to sink into like all my fine lines. I'm just gonna kind of really carve out that contour with the setting powder, just like so. Now that we have that kind of like baking, we're gonna go on to eyes. So I have been really loving this California Love palette by ColourPop. They come out with so many new palettes nowadays, I cannot keep up. So I'm just gonna use the one that I purchased quite a while back in the summer. I'm gonna start out with the shade Gnarly, and I guess I'll just zoom you guys in actually. So 1 second. So I'm just gonna do one eye and show you guys what I'm gonna do here. I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet, but we'll see. So I really like this shade Gnarly for an overall base shade. And it's just this little neutral kind of creamy skin tone. Really pretty. I like to kind of just bring it out on the corners, and I'm using this really flat brush. It's quite large, but I really like how it just covers the whole eye, and you can easily achieve a nice cat eye effect when you're using it. And then I'm gonna go in with the Bay. My voice is so bleh today. It's like really early and I haven't had water yet, so it's probably my own fault. So yeah, I'm basically just doing the same thing, but I'm gonna stay more in the crease with this shade. This is just our secondary transition. I feel like this will be a nice kind of like fall eye look. I'm gonna take this red shade, but I'm gonna switch brushes. So I'm going to use this kind of more, it's like a crease brush. And I'm just kind of tapping off the brush, and I'm going to really focus it in the crease and kind of just smoke it out. These colors blend so effortlessly. ColourPop really is on top of their game right now. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more kind of right here. Okay, so I'm gonna pop Pearl from the Sultry palette just right in my inner crease area, and it'll look really nice. And I'm not gonna like go to the effort to do a cut crease because sometimes I feel like this just looks pretty. There we go. And I'm just gonna also take my finger and kind of pat the glitter around, disperse it around the eye. So you know me, I love using a lot of different palettes. We're gonna be going with the Protege palette, which is really pretty for fall. I love all these colors. But we're gonna be going in with Aesthetic on a smaller brush. So just this little guy right here. This is the Morphe M321. And I'm really just gonna focus it in the outer corner. And just be super careful. I'm kind of gonna bring it up a tiny bit. And just sticking with that kind of like wing theme, we're gonna kind of buff it out. All right, perfect. I like how that looks. I think I'm also gonna go back in with the ColourPop palette. And I'm just gonna go into Night Rider, which is the darkest brown. And I'm really gonna focus that on the lash line. Okay, and now I'm just gonna do the other eye, and I'll be right back and we'll continue the look. Okay, so I've just added some liner, some winged liner, and some mascara. All the products will be listed down below if you want to know what I used, and also let me know in the comments if you want to see how I do my winged liner. The more I do it, the easier it gets, and I think I have a good trick down. So yeah, if you want to know how I do it, then just hit me up in the comments. All right, so we're gonna brush off this bake. So I'm gonna use this little brush right here. This is a cute little e.l.f. face brush, and I really like it for brushing off powder. I think you can also use this for like blush. And try to just brush it away really carefully. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to finish my eyes real quick. I'm just gonna use the same brush, this little guy right here. It's really good for under the eyes. And then we're just gonna go in with the first shade, which is, or the second transition shade, which is the Bay. And we're just gonna bring that along the waterline, lash line area. And then I'm gonna go in with Gold Rush. And it's just all about the layers with these kind of looks. I'm gonna go in with the shade Aesthetic, this little plum shade that we used from the Sueva palette. And I'm kind of just focusing that more on the outer corners. Yeah, this is such a cute like fall eye look. I love burgundy for fall, and burgundy is actually my favorite color. Fun fact. So there we have it, and then we're just gonna go do a tiny little dusting of Mission, which is the dark cool tone brown, and just a little bit on the corner there to deepen it up, but we don't want to disturb that burgundy shade. All right, this is starting to look really pretty, but I'm just gonna go back in with Pearl, what we used on the inner crease, just this one right here. And I'm just gonna pop that on the inner corners to kind of brighten the eye up. Just a wee bit. Okay, let's do the brows real quick here. So I'm just gonna go in with my Lime Crime Bushy Brow Gel, first and foremost, just to get these brows kind of in order. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. brow pencil. This is not a pen. My brow pencil, and I'm just going to go What I do is I don't bring it all the way forward. I kind of start here and bring it up and kind of make that shape. But if I bring it forward, it gets a little too boxy, and then nobody wants that. So yeah, this is something that I didn't like before, but I'm really starting to like it. And this is in the shade Neutral Brown, if you're wondering. So with the brows, I'm just gonna kind of add some hairs with my Lime Crime Bushy Brow Pen in the front, because I like to do that. All right, so we're pretty much almost done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some blush, and I have been liking the Essence Matte Blush in like the berry shade. I think that'll look pretty. And I'm just using this big fluffy brush from Quo. And I'm kind of just gonna work that on the cheeks a little bit. Now for highlighter, I'm gonna go with my favorite highlighter, which is my Bloom Time Wet n Wilds. I have not found one yet, or I've not used one yet that I like better. This is just a really cheap, easy go-to, and you just know it's always going to perform well, which I like. I have been loving this lip liner lately. It is the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner, and this is the shade Toffee, Totally Toffee. But yeah, it's just like a retractable lip liner, and it goes on super smooth. All right, and I want this to kind of be like a neutral lip, so I'm gonna go with the Gerard Cosmetics Nude, which is super peachy, as you can tell, and I'm just gonna pop that right in the middle. And it's gonna be like kind of like an ombre effect. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna use my Morphe setting spray right here. I almost forgot to add bottom lashes, so we're gonna do that right away. Makes the look. Alrighty, so this is the finished look. I really hope you guys loved it. Thank you for hanging out with me on my birthday. And I'm gonna give a shout out to all the Virgos out there, because I know there's a lot of them, a lot of September babies for some reason. I also have a social media, so I will link it down below if you have not already checked it out. My Instagram link will be just Alexandra Beauty, but it'll be right down there. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all my new videos coming out every week or so. And if you hit that notifications bell, you'll be the first one to get notified, so I would recommend doing that for sure. Alright everybody, thank you so much, and hope you have a wonderful day.